I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize as my mic was muted. Well, that's going to go down a treat, isn't it? Well, thankfully, I started my stream a few minutes early, so you're only 1 minute late, as opposed to four. I am so sorry. And regard for the 25 NOK donation. Thank you very much, man. Bro, no sound. Yeah, I've just realised that. I'm very, very sorry, all of you. I feel like a mug, well and truly. Thank you for the donation. You really did not have to do that. I just realised now I looked through the chat. I apologise. I sincerely apologise. Okay, let's reload it real quick. Right, let's reload. Let's start again. So, oh gosh, that just shows where my mind's at right now. Okay, yo, what is up, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily live stream. Day 97 in a row, so close to that 100 milestone. I cannot wait for that. And we've got a lot of news to cover in this stream today. As you can tell from the title, we've got a lot of drama regarding the top tier exchange listings, mainly Coinbase. We've also got Binance listing drama as well, with Kaspa. Not so much Binance, mainly Coinbase, but ultimately still is very, very interesting to see, and potentially is a reason why Kaspa is pumping today. We've got other news, of course, regarding KRC20 tokens, real world developments as well regarding, the election news and everything else. Of course, very, very bullish all in all. It's going to be a big stream, I hope. Very, very big stream. So thank you all once again for joining the stream, and I apologize again for the complete brain lag, brain fart, and the mic being muted at the beginning of the stream. And before I get into the news, quick disclosure, I'm going to also put this all in my free Discord server, which again I've already linked in the chat. But tomorrow I'm going to be doing my stream extremely early because I have a wedding to go to later on. So the stream's going to be at 7 a.m. BST, which is equivalent to 3 a.m. EST, and then midnight PT. So I understand many people can't attend to that, and I am sorry for that, but you can always watch it, replay it back. And those who do attend the stream that early on, then well, I look forward to seeing you all there. So, again, let's get into this, shall we? First things first. From Simon here. Simon here, the CEO and partner of Moon Rock Capital here. He stated here in this post, I recently spoke with a tier 1 project that raised close to 9 figures. After wasting over a year of due diligence with Binance, they finally received a listing offer, but Binance asked for 15% of their total token supply. 15% is excessive. Imagine paying $50 to $100 million just for a centralized exchange listing. Yes, it's Binance, the biggest one, but still that is ridiculous, right? Not only is it unaffordable for projects, but these tokens are also the biggest reason for bleeding charts. Something has to change. I covered this very, very briefly in my stream yesterday. Those who attended, you'll know what I'm talking about to an extent. But developments that come from this, they've expanded so much so. So we had this post here, building off from H.E. Justin's son, who is the he runs 2 exchanges or 2 projects. He is running Tron and also HTX Global, and he made a post here, which is also in reply to Brian Armstrong. This is the main culprit of this stream. This video here, the stream, is what Brian Armstrong stated. But Justin Sung states that Binance charged us $0 to list their project Tron. Coinbase required us to pay 50 million Tron, worth $80 million, and demanded a $250 million Bitcoin deposit in Coinbase custody to boost their performance. So, that is also very, very excessive. Of course, CZ replies, Baines, thanks for the support. Validation from someone who runs 2 competing exchanges is a very, very big thing. So, of course, it's good to hear. So let's get into, we're going to come back to this again to circle back around, but let's get into what Brian Armstrong stated here. So it comes off what Simon stated here. Brian Armstrong replied back to this saying, asset listing on Coinbase are free. Drop us a note through our asset hub and we will see if we can help. And yes, DEXs are also a great option, which we support in our products. Simple enough there, right? Well, we have confirmation here from Jim, and also then more importantly from Wolfie, the head of listing for Kaspa, stating that this is definitely not true, Brian Armstrong, because a good friend of his works for NU Cypher, and he said that it was easy to get listed on Coinbase, but it required giving you a lot of tokens for the learn to earn and making slides for your users. So unless you've got a new policy, it is simply not free. So Brian Armstrong is, selling us full streams in that regard here. And he also followed that up by saying, in the meantime, Kaspa has filed forms of you, and you have not listed them yet. So what's the status? And Wolfie, the head of listing for Kaspa, confirms here, correct. I filed Asset Hub form on the 8th of January 2023, a very long time ago, and it was never reviewed. Olivia Foster, LinkedIn at Token Singapore, advised me to check the status. The portal changed, the original app was gone, so I completed a new 2-page shorter form for Kaspa a month ago, still with no reply. So Kaspa, of course, have been reaching out to Coinbase, but Coinbase, for the most part, once more, either their website's not working or they're just not paying attention. So what Brian Armstrong said here is completely wrong, simply put. And then we've got this massive, lengthy post here from the KII, of course, being one of the crucial integral parts of Kaspa right now. The TLDR of it, effectively, the KII have written an open letter to Coinbase, as we can see down here. They're expressing their frustration, KII frustration over the lack of response from Coinbase regarding Kaspa's listing application. And they've argued that Kaspa, of course, is a promising crypto with a strong community, which we are a strong community, and it also has very unique technology. Of course it does. It's a block DAG, first of its kind. The KII has raised concerns about Coinbase's listing process, particularly regarding the requirement for information that may not be available to decentralized projects. There are certain things that Kaspa won't be able to provide because of its decentralized nature. They can't give tokens to the project, so to speak. So again, the free aspect of stuff. And of course, there's a lot more. We can see here, I'm not going to read it out word for word. All information once more, I'm going to provide it in my free Discord server, so you can check it out there for yourself. But he basically covers here that, Wolfie has attempted to get listed on Coinbase October 7th, 2022, with the initial introduction of Kaspa and correspondence with Coinbase at October 11th. So 4 days after that, Coinbase Asset Hub question submitted. Then, January 8th, 2023, last year, a formal application submitted via Asset Hub, which we showed a screenshot previously already. Wolfie said he already did that at the beginning of the year. And then approximately 1 month ago was a resubmission of the revised application. So ultimately, Kaspa has been continuously, repetitively approaching Coinbase saying, this is our project, what do you think? But it's not just them getting told no, they're not getting a response. They're not even getting any form of recognition at all. I understand Coinbase is a massive exchange. Massive project. There's only so many projects I can actually look through. But Kaspa's not a small project. In comparison to other projects in the space, you've got assets, for example. I could scroll down and check out what? Let's check out, I'm going to pick a random one. Kronos, maybe? Yeah, Kronos, they've got Coinbase. Kronos has been out for a lot longer, agreeably, yes, but Kronos have got Coinbase. But they're 41. Kaspa's at the top 30. Kaspa's a much, much bigger project, yet it's not. Coinbase are ignoring them, which adds furthermore to the frustration of us Kaspa holders. Why are we being ignored? And it seems to be either because Coinbase do require a fee to be listed on the exchange, which Kaspa will not provide, because that's not what the decentralized project is about. Or more importantly, is because their application process is simply skewed and it's wrong and it just doesn't work. So Brian Armstrong's post here regarding, that they are free is, whether it be completely true or not, they're not practicing what they preach. And that is frustrating. Of course it is. We know Wolfie has confirmed in the past that numerous tier 1s actually are researching into Kaspa and they don't require money to be listed. Kraken was the name drop that he listed. Kraken is the one that don't require money to be listed, but they just need to understand more about Kaspa. Evidently, Coinbase was not one of those names because Coinbase have been completely ignoring Kaspa. So I'd like to believe that other tier 1s might come around, the likes of OKX, who is a venture of the KEF and Kasplex and KRC20, potentially Binance, which you've got news about that here as well, which I'll get into in just a moment. And of course, you've got the likes of Crypto.com, which apparently, from what I've heard, Kraken and Crypto.com, when their projects are listed, they tend to list almost simultaneously. They both kind of go almost hand in hand, so potentially Crypto.com is one of them as well. And of course, there are many, many more tier 1s, but yes, still, it's a very, very frustrating process. We can see here, Kaspa is a prominent cryptocurrency, top 30, high transaction volume, KRC20 token standard, and a block DAG technology. The reasons why Kaspa's not being listed is simply just negligence from Coinbase. It's not a matter of Coinbase is a big exchange, yes, but it's just negligence because Kaspa has approached them numerous times. In the interest of clarity and fair practices, we respectfully request the following from Coinbase, including a formal meeting to discuss these critical issues: application status, listing process transparency, specific concerns regarding Kaspa, and listing criteria. One thing that Kaspa, again, what we want to do as a community could very well trump what Kaspa decide to do. Because I know people in the community who are very eager to see listings, they want to create a crowd fund to get these tier ones. We've heard it multiple times. Wolfie said you don't need to do that. But the community want these tier ones. They want Coinbase, they want Binance, they want Kraken, they want Geminis, they want Crypto.com, they want Robinhood, they want all of them. So the community are more than happy to donate to the exchanges to get the tier ones. But Kaspa's meant to be a fair launch, proof of work, decentralized. We shouldn't need to do that. Our technology speaks for itself, and that also builds on what CZ here says here. CZ says, Bitcoin never paid for any listing fees. Of course, that's what Kaspa's trying to, shadow, it's trying to become the next Bitcoin. Work on the project, not the exchange. That is a quote that we should be living by, hence also why that should give us reassurance that Binance are ones that will be looking, if not already are looking, at Kaspa. Of course, CZ is not the CEO of Binance anymore, although we do have also further updates regarding some news here regarding CZ and Binance and whatnot in the SEC. But either way, CZ, of course, is still going to be a figurehead of Binance no matter what. And he's saying, Bitcoin never paid for any listing fees. Of course it didn't, because Bitcoin came out before the exchange listings. But if you work on a project and it's a good project, then you should, the exchanges will come to you. And that is what I believe we will see for Kaspa. That's what I think we will see. And Binance, I think, is one of them. We've got a post here. Just a kind of a summary, but for me also logical confirmation, or logical understanding at least. Binance has already created a mining pool for Kaspa in August. They also have they've also listed Kaspa futures about a year ago. And their mining pool promotional period ends this month as well, in November. So we're going to see, we could potentially see, therefore, Binance, who have got their futures contract, they've got their mining pool, and they've been promoting their mining pool. When it runs out, they may decide, okay, maybe now it's time to promote Kaspa more so let's look at KRC20 project, or maybe just outright Kaspa listing. We know Binance is eager of Kaspa. They have also an interview they've done with Kaspa, which was a very, very successful interview. The most successful I've seen on Binance's page to date. Over 70,000 views, more than their return to India. A very, very big deal. Furthermore, which to me is very, very coincidental, but also very crucially important, is that Bitcoin's been out for years. And the moment Binance do an interview with Kaspa, and they spoke about what Kaspa is about and the hash rate and everything else, the very next day, Binance's blog, they release a blog on the 100% understanding of hash rate. The moment they have an interview with Kaspa, they didn't do it with Bitcoin, only with Kaspa. To me, that means that what Kaspa, Nicholas Sismore and Wolfie said to Binance resonated with them enough to where they wanted to make an article on the understanding of hash rate, the understanding of Kaspa effectively as well, and Bitcoin, and what proof of works are meant to be, why hash rate is important for proof of work, why when you see the hash rate, which is continuously staying at high levels, making higher and highs, reaching its current peak that we've seen is 1.41 EH, which is insane, and it's still rising. This is a sign that the adoption for the project is still growing, that the miners are still very much relevant. So for me, the hash rate is very, very important. And also not to mention as well that the addresses, once more, the addresses still have been rising higher and higher. Now we've got 522,000 addresses holding Kaspa. This number also has dropped, which again for me is very, very bullish. Top 10 addresses owning Kaspa, that was at 18%. Probably about a few weeks ago. Now it's at 17.75, which means once more we'll see more decentralization of Kaspa, which is very, very good, because that's what we want to see for a project. It's more decentralized than Bitcoin. You may not like to hear that, but it is. Bitcoin's top 10 addresses, I think, is about 22%. So by that logic, therefore, Kaspa actually is more decentralized than Bitcoin. I'm not saying Kaspa is better than Bitcoin. I like to believe that, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying that where Kaspa is right now, all the signs point to tier ones coming in due time. But Binance do believe in Kaspa. That's quite evident. That's why they've been connecting with Kaspa enough. And we also got quotes like this, which do, reignite belief that if Kaspa keep working on their technology, which they're doing so, smart contract, 10 block per second, Dagnite, KRC20 developments, then in due time the exchanges will approach them because they don't want to miss out. Coinbase are fumbling the bag, well and truly, and Brian Armstrong's either misunderstood or he's lying. I'd like to believe that he's not lying. I think he's just misunderstood or doesn't understand what's going on in the hierarchy in his team, right? That's what I like to think. I like to believe, because again, Kaspa's not some random old 1,000 listing on CoinMarket. It's not a small project, you know. Kaspa it's just short of $3 billion market cap. You know, it's a big project. The only thing that Kaspa doesn't do that every other exchange in this space has, or every project in this space has done, is pay to be listed. You know, this is confirmation here. Again, I'm going to link this all in my free Discord server. You go check it out for yourself. But this is all information proof here that Coinbase just haven't acknowledged Kaspa, and it's frustrating. But the good news, and that's also why I think a reason why Kaspa is pumping on the daily, currently up 5.89%, now at 10.09 cents. A potential reason for that is because of this post from Simon, which replied then from Brian Armstrong, which then had this whole thread of, you know, outing Coinbase of, you know, being incorrect about the fact that Kaspa has filed them. The good news about this is because Brian Armstrong stated, you know, they're listing, drop us a note, yada yada yada. This has now given Kaspa a reason again to go back once more and, you know, resubmit the application. Because you submit application after application time and time again, it's tedious. It's you know, they might be trying to purposely ignore you. But after this post here, when he's basically just said, you know, do it for free, it's fine, just do it, and we'll see if we can help. After that, he's now said, he's basically outed himself, saying that yes, if you do it, we will look at it. So now Kaspa's army can flood and say, okay, well, you've not looked at it here. There's 3 occasions where you've not looked at Kaspa when we've submitted an application. So now you said this, and you're saying that we can help. We're now going to get this to you again, and now you have no excuse not to look at it because you've outed yourself otherwise. And again, the KRI, who wasn't here prior, they are now, again, institutions. You've got Paul Van Son, you've got Rory O'Neill, you've got many, many more. They have institutional partnerships with the likes of Shell, DHL, Hyundai, IBM, I believe, as well. Many, many big partnerships. The KII, they are now actively getting involved, and also on behalf of Kaspa, submitting a letter to Coinbase requesting, or dare I say demanding, that they do their jobs and do their own research and actually just at least acknowledge the applications being sent in by Kaspa. The repeated attempts. Frustrating, very much frustrating. And look, this is part I'm referencing here. We acknowledge Mr. Armstrong's November 2nd, 2024 tweet claiming free listings. However, this contradicts public reports of substantial listing fees, raising serious questions about potential material misrepresentation under securities law. That's a very, very bad deal for Coinbase if that's the case. Especially with all they've got a lawsuit with the SEC right now as well, so they cannot afford that. So they need to make sure they clear that act up together, you know. And there was a post here, I read through this earlier. It did mention about the fact that, you know, because Brian Armstrong said what he said, it then gives Kaspa the opportunity, therefore, look, Mr. Armstrong's public call for applications and invitation to drop us a note, even after our initial fruitless earlier request, encourages the Kaspa community and us to reiterate our request for a Kaspa listing. That's the drama happening right now of Coinbase and Kaspa. That's also the good news, right? The bad news, of course, is, you know, Coinbase be ignoring Kaspa. That's frustrating because we know the connection to Kaspa and Coinbase. For example, it might take me a while to find it. Let's see if I can find it. Is it going to take me a while to find it? Okay, I'm going to have to look through my sources real quick. But there's a post I'm going to load up which showcases that Coinbase actually funded the initial research of Kaspa. You know, that's not speculation, that is fact. Let me load it up real quick. It's DAG, where is it? DAG, yeah, wiki.kaspa.org/DAG. So this website here, I'm also going to link in my free Discord server. I haven't done so already. But this website here is talking about DAG Labs, and we can see here, talk about how Kaspa was envisioned by research and development company DAG Labs through the investment of Polychain Capital. Polychain Capital is a venture of Coinbase. The same way how OKX is a venture of the KEF, Polychain Capital is a venture of Coinbase. And DAG Labs, which is, you know, Kaspa early days, Kaspa was created through DAG Labs, which is an investment from Polychain Capital. So Coinbase actually funded the initial research of Kaspa. They know of Kaspa. That's fact. Also, we had Ibrahim Usul. which I'm going to try and load it up in my Discord server once more because I know I've seen it, where Ibrahim Usul, who is who works for Coinbase now, he's also expressed bullish belief on Kaspa as well. When I find the post, because again, there's a lot of talk about Coinbase in the chat, of course. But yeah, once more, again, one point being once more that there is proof out there that Coinbase do know of Kaspa. Here it is. Here's the post. The post here that we can see once more proof that Ibrahim Usul, he is fully aware of Kaspa, and he works for Coinbase. Coinbase Business Development Director Ibrahim Usul is bullish. Uslu. Ibrahim Uslu is bullish on Kaspa. You know, he's a Kaspa investor. He also made a post. I can't find the initial one. It's probably somewhere in my Twitter timeline. But he stated, you know, that the development happening with Kaspa with the KRC20 and the 10 BPS is very, very big. So people from Coinbase acknowledge Kaspa. They know of Kaspa. The reason we haven't got a listing is purely negligence from Coinbase's behalf, which either Brian Armstrong's not aware of or he's just lying again. Which again, once more adding to the frustration of Kaspa. But again, this has reignited Kaspa's community to be like, okay, you say it's free, but we've got proof here it's not free. You got even Tron. Where is it? You got even HE Justin Sun, who is from Tron and also HTX advisor, but Tron therefore TRX, who's also confirmed, Binance actually was free. So he's kind of also disagreeing with what someone says here. It's like, you might have a problem with Binance, but we didn't have a problem with Binance. But we had problems with Coinbase, who wanted a stupid amount of money to list the project. So, ultimately, CD does say we should try and reduce these types of quote attacks on the industry, stop trying to target exchanges, of course. We don't want to see FUD. We all want to be, working together. That's ultimately what we want. We want Kaspa to be on every exchange, Kaspa to be available to everyone. We don't want to have any beef, right? That's why it pains me to see any of the talk regarding people coming at Shy, when he's talking about his family, his emotional situation. Because again, I believe that spreading, happiness and love is better than just throwing hate at people. So this, of course, is not, but it is stuff you have to highlight nonetheless. And I highlight the fact that once more, yes, Kaspa has not got a listing on Coinbase or Binance or any T1 for that matter. We know Kraken isn't coming. They've already confirmed Kraken is in their listing roadmap and it's going to be coming soon enough. We want to say before the end of this year, but until we get the announcement, we can't say for sure. I want to believe that most of these exchanges will be waiting until after 10 block per second, because that's a hard fork. But we do know Binance is eager. Binance is very eager. And this quote, again, also does make me feel a little bit more reassured that Binance, equally are understanding of Kaspa. As you work on the project and not the exchange, things will work out effectively. And then Coinbase, again, they know of Kaspa, Dag Labs, Ibrahim Uslu, but they haven't got the listing yet because Coinbase have just been ignoring them. But again, thankfully, because we have the KRI now, so we have more institutional oomph, more institutional influence, and therefore more power. We could see developments from that regard, right? And hopefully we can see some more listings coming. For some reason, my YouTube studios just decided to crash on me, but thankfully the stream still seems to be going on strongly, which is, good. I'm going to go through the questions just a moment. I need to reload the chat, so give me a quick moment. It keeps happening. I think YouTube's going through a bit of a midlife crisis. Maybe the crypto market's too much for it. Who honestly knows? But yes, that is ultimately where we are with Kaspa. I'm going to probably come back to this later on in the stream, so to join a little bit later. But yes, ultimately, Coinbase have ignored Kaspa, right? It's frustrating that they've ignored Kaspa, but now we have this post from Brian Armstrong, and we have now therefore Kaspa's community can just flood Coinbase with listings and letters saying, look at us, Wolfie can do it once more, the KRI can do it once more, and we now can have Kaspa community once more flood and stand together, which we haven't had for a very, very long time because of Kaspa's bad price action. We haven't stood together for a very long time. But now, we've seen that Coinbase have been ignoring Kaspa, we're like, okay, well, Kaspa's a great project, start looking at us. Because why are you not looking at us, Good afternoon, Johan, and welcome back to the stream. Shogun33, Kaspa is king, you know it. Georgie Jungle, all the best. Thank you very much, my man. Bingo Bang, good morning to you too, my man. Yes, I know I missed a lot of... I saw the message about, no audio. I apologize for that. Good morning to you, or good afternoon to you, Cash Ching. Yeah, no audio. Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon to you, Vagard. Yeah, I apologize for that. Can't hear nothing. I know. That was a big fumble. That's going to go down a treat on the replay. I'm sure people are going to be thinking, why is there no audio on my thing? I might have to put a little comment in the comments and just say there's no audio for the first few seconds. I'm an idiot that muted my mic. But hey ho. What's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Did wonder if my new miners had something caused my ear to stop working. I mean, yeah, I know. I saw your new miners look very, very cool, my man. But no, that was just me. Andy A, long and short of it, no, it's not listed. It's drama because, evidently either Brian Armstrongs are just clueless or Coinbase, the team underneath, the actual team is just clueless, but they're just ignoring Kaspa. And we'll get back to that again in a moment because there's still more we can cover in that regard as well. ELAB moving the market, bullish. Not heard of that before, so in that regard I'd like to disagree with you, but if you're going to show a project, we'll literally the common courtesy to look at it. What is this? I don't see where it is. I don't even know what Evi Labs is, and I don't see it here, so I have no idea what it's referring to, my man. And as Bufflink says, yes, did you enjoy this? Shouldn't be doing these daily, despite the brain lag at the beginning of the stream. You should always leave a like, share your and subscribe for more. Good evening to you too, Kaspa from, my man. Welcome back to the stream. Coinbase has a competing project that is heavily invested into on Solana. It's an 100 list Kaspa. You just gotta follow the money. Yeah, you're completely right. You gotta follow the money. When you're investing, don't be emotional, be logical, and follow the money. And right now, there probably are no lists to, there probably are no high to list Kaspa, which I wouldn't be surprised in that regard. Because again, despite Brian Armstrong saying, we are assets at listing are on Coinbase for free, proof has told us time and time again that is far from the truth. Asset listing on Coinbase is far from free. Tron confirmed it, that they had to pay to go on it, and even then Jim here confirmed that he has people who's worked in the industry who also said that you had to be paid money to be listed on the project or be considered to be listed. Kaspa, of course, being a centralized, fair launch proof of work, they're not going to pay Coinbase. The community will be happy to do that, I'm sure, but at the same time, for the pettiness of it, I'd be like, you know what, screw you. No, we're not paying you anything. We know what we are. We are a good project. We are one of the best projects in this space. At least that's my personal belief. And for the most part, at least just look at the application and review the project. You invested into us, for God's sake. You are the reason that Kaspa actually is where it's at. Again, Polychain Capital. They're part of the reason why Kaspa is where it's at right now. Why would you not want to make good on that investment more so and make money off it and list the project? They're ignoring us, and it's I don't even know if frustrating is the right word. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. Because again, these exchanges, they are business. Right? They're business. So therefore, as a business, you want to make as much money as possible. And Kaspa is in a position where it's gearing up for a massive explosion, in my opinion. Again, right now, it's 70% undervalued. Higher highs are, again, in my personal belief, guaranteed. Not financial advice, but it's where I believe Kaspa's going to go higher. But yes, ultimately, they're not in a list of, not in a high to list Kaspa. And that seems quite evident, but I think it's going to be their downfall. And I'm not so much frustrated that they've not listed Kaspa yet. I'm frustrated more so they've not even looked at the applications sent in. Multiple applications. They've not even acknowledged them. That's what confuses me, because Kaspa's not by any means a small project. Again, it's a top 30. So it's just, again, it's just mind-blowing to me, effectively. But again, where Kaspa's, that's not going to slow Kaspa down, because again, you've got Kraken confirmed. When it's coming, we don't know, but we've got it confirmed. Binance, again, seem to be eager to launch Kaspa. They've got a lot of signals pointing that. This, of course, for me, being another signal, what CZ is saying here. Also got happening in KRC20 side of things as well. So US fans, then you've got Kaspa Ghost. They're now being listed on Bitconomy as well, which is very, very cool. On the 9th of November, 11 p.m. UTC, which is, 6 days away from now. You also got this post here regarding BERT. One small step for KRC20, one huge step for BERT. As they continue to make moves, their launch pad was successfully launched. The whole accounts continue to rise, exchange listings pending, and Kas ID in development. This is a very, very big deal for KRC20 and the Kaspa project. And also we got this from Hotcoin, the exchange that listed Kaspa I think a week ago, maybe less than that now. You know, Hotcoin isn't a major exchange. It's got a lot of volume. Like it's not by any means a small exchange. It's not, you know, popular. You know, Hotcoin 1.5 million weekly visits. That's a very big deal. 3.3 billion 24-hour trading volume. It's not a small exchange. It's just not a very well known one. You know, it's bigger than most exchanges we already have. It's bigger than XT, not in weekly visits, but in terms of volume. But it's just not a very well known exchange. But either way, Hotcoin ever made a post here about Kaspa, you know, ultimately just covering why it's so big. The key highlights again: technical breakthroughs, this high-speed, efficient block-stacked architecture, industrial applications, so partnership with Marathon, again, big deal. Another reason why Coinbase should be looking at Kaspa, because it's got a partnership with Marathon Digital Holdings, and the energy sector with the KRI, and the KRI again also now been putting their foot down to push Kaspa to get listed on these exchanges. Ecosystem growth: 10 million KEF Catalyst program fuel tools. Education and development, and also coins like Kango on Kaspa are thriving. Yes, again, KRC20 projects. Kango's doing very, very well, showcasing growth with 1.7 thousand holders and daily trading volume of just short of $2 million. We can see again the KRC20 tokens, they might be correcting right now. For the most part, they're still doing very, very well. Kango again is still making a strong name for itself. Still got over 1 million 24-hour trading volume. Conan again is just above that. Even then, naturally, down to be on the uprise is good to see. But once more, we are seeing a lot of these projects still they're still relevant. Not everything's going to be just going up and up and up. You have ups and downs, and right now the KRC20 tokens I think are still going to do very, very well. But again, I think Bert's got some good upside potential, being the so-called bet of Kaspa. Gold has a lot of big listings coming very, very soon. I'm pretty sure I covered this in my stream yesterday once more. We saw Gold made a post about the listings they already have and what is, you know, due to be coming. Here, Mexi, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Crypto Bubbles, and TradingView, you know, already accomplished with Gate in their sites, OKX in their site, and Binance in their sites. I'll be surprised to see Binance coming before Kaspa, as in, you know, Binance and Kaspa should come ideally before Binance and Gold. But again, Gold has the, you know, Gold has, if not already, they're going to soon have VC backing, and they also have, you know, their own tokens, so they could pay to be listed on Binance. So it wouldn't be out of the question, but I'd like to believe Kaspa will get on it first. But either way, Gold have got some big targets, you know, in their sites. So Gold is one I think will do quite well in due time as well. You also got the likes of Dog K. You got the likes of Kaspi, Nacho, and Conan being Kaspi, Nacho, Kango, and Kaspa being my four tops. You got Kango, who's now got again very relevant. Bert. You also got the KDAO. KDAO is going to be a project that is, you know, our community is going to help in getting Kaspa's name out there to get these listings as well and everything else. The site KDAO is what us as a community can vote to decide what's going to happen with Kaspa and the community. KDAO, of course, I think it'd be a very big thing. KDAO is what caused Kaspa to have this price rise. I believe it was this one here. No. Maybe it wasn't that one. I can't, you know, actually wait, I could just check it. So KDAO came out 14 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So that makes it probably around here then. Yeah. Or around, yeah, no, it's here, this one here. This was KDAO here. This green wick here was KDAO. And also because it did very well. Of course, that followed the correction, following then Israel news came down massively, and so on and so forth. But either way, where Kaspa's at right now, with what's incoming for Kaspa, certain listings, as frustrating as they're not here yet, they are inevitable. My belief, again, not financial advice, but I believe they are inevitable. You know, we've got confirmation of connections already between, you know, the three most prominent ones that we can talk about is Kraken, Coinbase, and Binance. We just have confirmation now that Coinbase are ignoring Kaspa, as frustrating as that is. But Brian Armstrong is, you know, he's fumbling a bag. He's fumbling a massive bag, in my opinion. And then you also got the likes of Kraken and Binance as well, going to do many big things. And what's happening with crypto right now, again, potentially who wins, we'll have to wait and see. Because as we can see here from a post from The Guardian, obviously just talking about when we will know the result of the US election, you know, the race could take days. It's not going to be a clear-cut thing happening straight away. It could take some time. But we're going to hear some more, I guess, not rumours, but more developments happening as we speak right now. And that'll give us an inkling of who's going to end up coming out victorious. And who wins will have an effect on the market. If we end up seeing the likes of Kamala Harris win, as I stated in previous streams, I think we're going to probably see the market do something more of like a correction followed by a pump. And if we see Donald Trump winning, That's meant to be Kamala Harris. And then if you see Donald Trump winning, then I think we're going to see something more of, an immediate pump going up and then coming back down and then reaching the same sort of, cross. Ultimately, I think no matter who wins, we'll see the market still at the same way in, the futures come. But in the immediate short term, it will affect our bags and where the crypto market goes. Whether you like or not, crypto and politics go hand in hand right now. And we've got a lot of news regarding that as well. So we got here from Eric Bolton as, in regarding to what's happening right now, Bitcoin has just spiked 4% in a heartbeat. We can see how drastic that surge was. This is one of the things I'm watching today for market reactions to the election. The election right now is causing, shifts in the market. This is also a very, very big deal once more. We've got Donald Trump here showcasing that. Again, this is why I think Bitcoin pumped 4%. Polymarket, full disclosure, is a betting website. It is not the polls. It is the community belief on who's going to win the elections. And right now, the sentiment went from massively in Trump's favour to 50-50 again over the last few days. And now, in the past 48 hours, it's gone massive to be in Trump once again. At least according to this post here from Donald Trump. Or Donald Trump's, other page. But either way. And then we have posts like this furthermore, which showcase once more that Bitcoin earlier today, they did surpass 70k, which again is very, very bullish news. But this is what I want to talk about Bitcoin. And also this correlates to once more being about Kaspa. Currently, it currently costs $81.4 thousand to mine a single Bitcoin, which is now only worth 67.6k or 70k now. Think about it. Pay attention to that fact that right now it is unprofitable by quite a margin to actually mine Bitcoin and make a profit from it because Bitcoin is not high enough value. By that logic, therefore, Bitcoin has to increase in value. Not to mention as well that right now, the amount of Bitcoin ETFs that are being bought by institutions is massively outweighing the supply. Demand is massively outweighing the supply. What that means again, demand over supply, price also has to rise because it's not sustainable. The miners are making money. There's not enough supply for institutions or anyone to buy up Bitcoin, so the price has to rise as a reaction to that. Simple supply of demand. And the same thing can be said for Kaspa right now. Kaspa right now, the supply is high, the demand's not there, but in due time when Kaspa starts getting the adopters, gets the tier 1s, get the Coinbase, get the Binance, get the Krakens, gets the 10 BPS, gets the smart contracts, get the Dagnite. Again, the list goes on and on. Once it gets the KRI as well, the energy sector, the demand is going to massively outweigh the supply of Kaspa, especially when the supply of Kaspa goes to nothing or no more Kaspa being mined, because again, by 2039, there should be no more Kaspa to mine. That's when you'll start seeing Kaspa price just start rising. Because no more Kaspa are going to be mined ever again. It can't be. And that's going to help the price. Again, that's also why Kaspa follows, again, despite its negative movement recently, Kaspa followed the power law, which is a not the be-all and end-all indicator, but it's a crucial indicator to understand where Kaspa's price should be at right now. It should be at 25 cents at the minimum. It's not there, and that's frustrating, but in due time it will return to that when the adoption comes back, when the FOMO comes back. And again, we can see once more, Bitcoin mining difficulty reaches a new all-time high, surpassing 100 trillion. It's now harder for the miners to make money through mining Bitcoin. As a result, they need to increase their efforts. All the price of Bitcoin is going to have to rise higher for them to continue actually being worthwhile making money. They're doing it for a loss, they're not making profit anymore. And Kaspa's hash rate once more is also rising higher and higher. The miners are struggling to make profit on Kaspa right now. Chaos Trace is a great alternative, so they can make money through the memes and transactions through the meme tokens, but they're struggling with Kaspa right now, so the price in due time is going to have to correlate and rise with that as well. Again, crucial indicators for a proof of work project, one of the many crucial indicators for a proof of work project. It should not have been left so long before falling up like this. They should have chased up ages ago. Yes, you're completely right. They should have chased up on Coinbase ages ago. But again, think about it from Wolfie's side of things. He filed at the beginning of 2023 and it was never reviewed. And then he spoke to Olivia Foster, who I'm guessing works for LinkedIn, works for Coinbase and put on LinkedIn at the token Singapore, and she advised him to check the status. They apply application, but again, they're big institutions, they're busy. You can't just constantly keep spamming the applications. That's again, going back to what CZ said, work on the project on the exchange. Of course, Wolfie's job is the exchange listings, but it doesn't mean it has to badger exchanges time and time again to get a listing. Most exchanges actually approach Kaspa because they understand they want to list the project. It's a good project, and it's got high potential. Wolfie, of course, will approach some of them, But Coinbase not applying to that. It's not, Kaspa's fault per se. And also, again, as I mentioned, they approached them on numerous occasions. 2022 October and 2 occasions. Again, beginning of 2023, and then also again not too long ago, a month ago. So there had been multiple occasions where Kaspa has already reapproached Coinbase to be ignored every time. That's not the fault of Kaspa, it's the fault of Coinbase. Either them not understanding that, Brian Armstrong not understanding that what he's saying here is incorrect because his team underneath him are being lazy, or he's just simply lying. But they're the ones at fault. And I think the main reason for that potentially as well is because, again, Kaspa, for what it is, being a thermal proof of work, they're not going to offer Coinbase money to be listed. Again, the community, I'm sure, will be happy to do that. But, Wolfie said for the most part, we don't need to do that. And, they shouldn't need to do that. Again, Kaspa's a fair launch. It's a great project that Coinbase should be wanting to list Kaspa. Well, they haven't yet, again. Evidently, it's quite evident why they haven't done yet, because they haven't even looked at the application. But again, now you've got more pressure now on them than ever before with now the KRI. I mean, KRI, of course, they are still Kaspa, but the KRI have massive, institutions behind them. They're very, very big. Not to mention, again, Marathon are behind them. I'm going to load up the post regarding, where is it? I'm pretty sure I had a post, here, this post here. This post here. This post from Kaspa Maxi here, taken quite a while back now, but you've got this post here where it's talking regarding, this is Matt Kaiser, who predicted about the energy sector, about Bitcoin, where ultimately the correlation that I made on a video in the past was that he's actually he's talking about Bitcoin being an energy sector, but actually it's Kaspa that's really doing this stuff already. But you can see here, thanks to the KRI and what they're doing, this is a list of their partnerships. Again, it's probably quite hard to see on the screen right now because it's quite small, but it's listed their partnerships. Massive. You got massive institutions, from energy companies to car companies. From banks. Shell again. So KRI and DRI kind of go hand in hand, and that means therefore with the KRI now approaching Coinbase saying, listen to us, that is, we like to believe in the community at least, going to be a lot more pressure on Coinbase to actually start taking this seriously and not to ignore Kaspa. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, they've now been told time and time again, 4 times, now a 5th, they need to look at Kaspa. And I think, their time for the most part, and to an extent, I mean, they're Coinbase again, so it doesn't really matter what they do, but I would like to say, I want to say for the sake of saying it, their time is running out. Because what Coinbase is, where it's going, for what Kaspa is and where it's going, where the market's about to go. According to Cointelegraph here, Hester Pierce, who is the so-called crypto mum, she's one of the SEC commissioners, but she's seemingly very accepting of crypto. She's currently being seen as a top pick to replace Gary Gensler for a pro-crypto SEC under Donald Trump. Which I would be more than happy. To be fair, I would take any one of Gary Gensler, but Hester Pierce I think would be a very, very good candidate. And this also coincides with what the SEC have been doing. Binance and CZ's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss SEC's amended complaint, slamming SEC for lack of regulatory clarity. I agree with the statement. I'm not saying that CZ therefore will come back to being Binance CEO, but again, the SEC have completely targeted everything they can regarding crypto, whether lawfully or unlawfully. For the most part, it seems to be actually unlawfully, just because they want to do it because they have the power to do so. And now you've got crypto industries, left, right, and centre, who are now targeting and slamming and filing lawsuits back against the SEC. The fact that the SEC have had 4 very high-profile key members who have left or been let go from the agency. I showed a post about this in the past as well. Elena Terry, the Fox Business Journal, showcased it. They're 4 very, very well-known, high-profile ex-SEC officials, from lawyers to, enforcement directors who had been let go or left. When they got their new jobs, they were all working for crypto, not against crypto anymore. Some of them were even working for crypto, fighting in battles against that SEC straight away. So again, I think, Gary Gensler is a number, that's also going to be a very crucial part for crypto once more as well. And we're seeing developments of crypto happening more and more all around the world. State of Michigan pension fund bought $10 million of Ethereum ETFs. But that is not all. Here from Bitcoin Magazine, UK pension advisor Cartwright advises first 3% Bitcoin allocation worth $59 million to its pension portfolio. So therefore, those who are, part of Cartwright or the pension advisor Cartwright, they're being advised now, when you're putting your money aside for your pension, hold some crypto, hold some Bitcoin. Don't just hold, pound or, pound and being in the UK. Put some in Bitcoin. Once more showcasing that Bitcoin and crypto is going to be an influential part of investments and also the monetary system in the future. And we also have this post here. This post here is not exactly the same. For me, it's a bit of a connection that I feel like I've made, where we have this post here where Nvidia has asked for legal immunity from securities fraud prosecution from the US Supreme Court. Now that, to me, is not a headline I like seeing. It's quite worrying. And that's, from what I understand right now, that seemingly has not affected the price of Nvidia right now. But what this raises in my head is Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, they have been constantly taking their investment out, 50% out of Apple, more out of Bank of America. They've got about over $3 billion liquid right now. They've not invested. Which makes you question why they're doing that. Potentially, this is even because Nvidia is one of, if not the, Nvidia is part of the top of the Fabulous 7, I think it's called, the top 7, which comes on the likes of Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and there's some more. Again, I can't think of all of them right now, but it's one of the big 7. So if Nvidia was one to go through a situation like this and crash, that could cause catastrophic consequences in the rest of the stock market and potentially all financial markets. So maybe Warren Buffett's preparing for that. Again, stuff to just keep it in mind. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but again, you can't rule out anything in this space. For you to understand as much as you can and create trading strategies for any form of investment, you've got to understand the good with the bad and not just look at solely crypto, or just solely Kaspa. You'll look at Kaspa, got to look at Bitcoin, got to look at crypto as a whole, got to look at what's happening in the real world developments with the elections, with the SEC, look what's happening other side of the world, other side of the markets. Everything can have an effect on crypto. That's why I made a free Discord server once more, because I believe it really does pay to be knowledgeable, to help understand as much as you can regarding any form of seemingly relevant information that could have an effect on crypto. We talk about Kaspa in there, of course, talk about other crypto products in there, but ultimately we're just trying to talk about what is happening in this space, and hopefully, therefore, we can call where the market's going to go. Right now, Kaspa, where it's at right now, those who watched my stream yesterday would have known that Kaspa actually did, for the first time ever in history, achieve a lower low. This here was a low. We saw Kaspa have lower, higher lows and higher highs for the most part. But this low here was broken yesterday, because this is only by a few, half a cent if that. But if we go here, we saw that Kaspa's bottom here was about 10.1 cent. And that was at 10.1 cent also, but it was slightly lower, like 10.12, that was 10.11. So it's only a very minuscule amount, but either way, that is for the first time ever Kaspa has achieved a lower low to that regard. Now, where that goes for Kaspa, again, we have to wait and see. Because it's not too drastic, maybe it won't have too much of an effect on Kaspa. Again, what happens in the elections happening right now and for the next foreseeable few days and hours to come, that could have a drastic effect on the crypto market. Bitcoin right now is rallying. I'm assuming in response to the fact that right now, again, Trump seems to be the deemed conclusive winner right now, the leader. And therefore, again, according to Polymarket, which again, for the community believes from the Better website, that Trump is now winning, therefore crypto pumping in suit. And if Trump does win, I think we'll see crypto. I think Bitcoin could probably reach 80k should Trump win. I think there's a possibility of that. If Kamala Harris wins, I think crypto will come down. How far down? I'm not so sure. I want to say 60k, but we'll have to wait and see. And either way, though, as I mentioned earlier, regardless of who wins, in the next month to follow, by Q1 2025, not maybe even earlier, who knows, both Trump and Kamala Harris, I think no matter what, will be finishing, and the market will still be acting the same as it should do. It's going to affect the immediate short term, but the long term, it won't matter. No matter what, crypto cannot be stopped. It's just a matter of, understanding the whole elements of the market and what's happening in this space. And where Kaspa's at right now, Kaspa right now is going through a very, very bullish momentum, following the rest of the market, 6.6% up, 11.05 now, finally, surpassed 11 cents again. Hopefully it continues in fashion, we'll have to wait and see. Again, Kaspa's still very, very undervalued. I hope it still goes higher, because one that I've had, it's funny how the moment I started, people might even start calling me a conspiracy theorist, because the moment I started streaming, which is literally here, I started streaming on this day here, Kappa's come down 50% since then. I've done streaming for the first time ever, streaming 3 months straight. 3 months straight and almost at 100 days. And I have not once been able to say, yeah, Kappa's at all-time highs. On the first stream I said that, and since then it's just been down. Some up periods here, which was nice, following the KRC20 news, and the this is all pretty much following KRC20 and market corrections following the 25 basis point rate cuts. But either way, it's been tough as a streamer, trying to constantly, obviously bring the news to you guys. I'm happy doing so. I love doing so. But trying to also reignite faith and belief that Kappa may be down, but a project that's focusing on technology, having bad price action is not a negative thing. And we've also seen in the past, Kaspa having corrective behavior, it does suck. I agree, very much so. Currently now down, we're now down 47%, but bottoming out, let's just say 50%. 51% bottoming out. That sucks, and it's the most we've seen in a while, but we've seen corrective cycles here, which was around 46%. This one's around 30%, 39%. And then we go back even further. We had this here, before the correction, that's also a 40% correction. We had this one beforehand, which was a 70% correction. 72%. So that's a bull to bear market level crash there. Bitcoin normally corrects 70-80% following the bull cycle. Kaspa had that. But look where it's at right now. So despite Kappa being down 50%, I'm not worried, because I still believe that Kappa will go higher. Because again, it's just corrective behavior for a crypto project. It's not uncommon. But of course, people are going to fund the project understandably. One thing everyone's waiting for, which is the reason why Kappa's price action is so bad, is the listings. They are coming. When, we don't know. Coinbase are definitely taking their sweet time. But they are coming. We'll have to wait for Kraken firstly, and I'm sure that others will follow in suit soon afterwards. Thoughts on Trump? On a Trump win, everyone gets excited at 100x long, causing a temporary long squeeze dump. Honestly, it's possible. I've heard speculation about it, and I do see it possible. Again, everyone's so confident that Trump's going to win that obviously if he doesn't win, that'd be disastrous. But more so if he does win, the market potentially is already the market may already be prepared for, just like we saw again. If we go back to Kaspa once more, when the rate cuts were first being speculated, which was around the 1st of September, around here we heard rumours that we're going to see a 25 basis point cut. So the market started correcting. The rate cuts was announced here, on this day here. The market corrected for a 25 basis point cut here. And at this point down here, the market already was in a 25 basis point market. So it started coming back up again. Of course, then KRC20 came out as well. Then on this day, here, also actually the prediction went from 25 basis point to 50 basis point. So therefore we saw a correction again in the market coming down here. And the announcement was made, and then we saw the market kind of react in accordance. And then of course Kaspa kept coming down because of memes taking all the allocation for Kaspa's price action and whatnot. The point being is right now, potentially the market is already prepared for a Trump victory. And as a result, therefore, if Trump wins, we may not see, again, I want to believe that Bitcoin could surge to 80k following Trump. But again, there's a very likely possibility that because the market is actually all prepared for Trump's victory, it won't do too drastic numbers straight away. I think, in the course of November to December it will, but not immediate, more gradual, so to speak. But I have to wait and see. I do believe that the correction this cycle behavior here, was to an extent because people started believing that Kamala Harris actually had a chance of winning. Which right now, again, it's still very neck and neck. No one truly knows. So we have to wait and see. Nick69, hey Jay, thanks for your streams. I wanted to ask if you hold any Solana memes and what do you think of Speedy meme? Thanks. Good question, my man. I'll disclose some of them. Not because I'm trying to gatekeep anyone, but because I don't want to talk overly too much about Solana memes, because even though I'm not a big content creator, I don't want to shill stuff that not that I think it will do, but not that I think it will do, but that my opinion may influence the price of that project, which I don't think it will do because I'm not big enough. But more importantly, I don't want to talk about a project necessarily, especially memes in particular, when I talk about this, that, I talk about I'm holding it and it goes down and someone's bought off me saying so, So again, when I say this, not financial advice, don't invest because I believe it and I'm holding it, but this is just what I have currently holding Solana memes. I hold a bit of PopCat, a bit of FWOG, a bit of GOAT, I hold a bit of I think I got the wrong one because I did it when I was very much a meme noob. I got Trump, but I didn't get MAGA, which is Make America Great Again, which is actually Trump's main one. But I got a bit of Trump, following Trump potentially winning the election. And I've got some other ones here, but those are the main ones that I can think of top of my head that I do hold for Solana. I mean, I can't just put them in. I don't actively trade them daily. I put them in, I kind of left them, and if they go up, they go up. I know other ones that people will be talking about, the likes of Mini, Mitchie. People talk about Mog, Mew, and of course the dog coins as well. Bonk, all ones are quite biggy. I've not actually heard of Speedy though. Let's have a quick look at Speedy. I have been told about Speedy. Yes, we talked about Speedy in the past, and I said that I don't really know what to think about it. It's also on the Ethereum chain. I'm more the Solana chain, so I'm not too well versed with that. But I mean, Speedy right now, someone mentioned it to me, and I thought, it's okay. It's doing quite well from when someone told about it. Again, someone told me about it pretty much when it launched, and I was like, I don't know what to think about it. It's too early. But I mean, right now it's doing okay. I don't understand the element behind Speedy, but you can see right here on the side, it got listed on Bitmart. So again, listings are very good for meme tokens, especially, or at least it should be listed soon enough. November 4th, so coming out in just 2 days. So that's probably why Speedy's also, getting momentum, because again, it's going to be a listing coming for it very, very soon. Again, meme tokens are one of those ones where I'm not too well versed in. I have a little bit in them just to hedge my bets and also to potentially flip some profit to put it into projects I believe in, the likes of Kaspa. And while the crypto market's really doing an insane rally right now, it's doing very, very well right now. Bitcoin's up 3.5%, and everything else is following suit, which is great to see. We don't really need. Oh, they've just done it. You know what? My YouTube studio is going through a mare right now. It's the second time that it's crashed on me. What is going on with this damn website? I'm being gatekept. Someone's DDoSing me, I swear. Alright, I'm gonna have to reload the overlay up again. I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, because this is just really frustrating me now. Okay, obviously you can still see the overlay. Okay, let's get this up now. So where was I? Very far back, so a lot of questions have been asked. Hell of a lot. Where about? It's also okay. Wait. I'm gonna find it. Sometimes we don't really need Coinbase. Yeah, there you go. It's real bother. We don't really need Coinbase. Okay. Yes and no, right? Ultimately, Kaspa doesn't need anyone. Kaspa in itself, for what it's building, it will be amazing. It doesn't really need anyone. But for the sake of the community standing strong and also for us hopefully making money, listings will be very, very helpful. Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, you name them. We don't need them, but they will be helpful. What we need is 10 per second, Dagnite, smart contracts, the KRI. That's stuff that and that's the type of stuff you could argue we need. Listings we don't need, but we very much want them to help the price action go up. And it'd be a very, very good thing. Right now, Kaspa's going parabolic, we can see right now, which is great to see. Hopefully continue this fashion, but maybe it's just a fake out. Again, as I showed in this stream, there's not really any so-called massive bombshell news that's caused Kaspa to rise in price so drastically. The only thing we can speculate again is that Coinbase is now going to be having they're going to get hounded by all these institutions on Kaspa community about list Kaspa, so that might be a cause for it, but I think mainly it's just the fact that Bitcoin's rallying right now and therefore crypto's following in suit, and Kaspa again is extremely undervalued, so it makes sense for Kaspa to be following in suit as well. We need pics of you doing chicken dance at the wedding for Discord. Congrats to the couple and have fun. That's a very interesting thought. I mean, maybe if you're lucky, maybe. Although you have a better chance to see me doing a chicken dance if we get Kaspa to like $5. You'll see me chicken dance then, definitely. Maybe that'll be my face reveal as well. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, thank you very much. It's my cousin's wedding tomorrow. Everyone I know, man, and then my older cousin, they're so young. Like everyone I know, everyone's getting married so young. They're like late 20s. I'm like, damn. Maybe that's quite late for some people, but I think I think 30s is kind of the time where everything should be going on. Like I have friends of mine who are getting, babies and kids and engaged around their sometimes even early 20s, but late 20s. I'm like, to me that's so early. That's a bad sign if Kaspa is publicly commenting on a Coinbase drama. That tells me that they are not in talks of Coinbase listing anytime soon. Yeah, I agree with you, Bufflink. This to me tells me that they are not in talks. I mean, again, it's confirmed by Wolfie. They are not in talks at all. They've been trying to contact Coinbase, but they've been ignored time and time again. So whereas Wolfie has confirmed in the past, we are talking to tier ones, multiple tier ones for months on end, he probably did include Coinbase in that, but he said that we're in talks with them, but they haven't been replying. We know Kraken's involved. We know Binance is seemingly eager on our, like Coinbase. Besides Coinbase having Ibrahim Uslu and also having the DAG Labs, Coinbase hasn't been, and also the fact that Coinbase had very close ties with the likes of Marathon Digital Holdings through BlackRock, which is of course very big to see once more. Coinbase doesn't have anything that's confirmed they're in works with Kaspa. Kraken have futures contract and they also have that on the roadmap. Binance have a mining pool and a futures contract as well. So these two exchanges in particular, of course Binance being the biggest one in the world, Coinbase of course is the big exchange, but in terms of sheer market cap and visits, it's definitely Binance. Binance, of course, that's a very big thing for Kaspa. Hopefully we'll see that in due time. But yes, this is confirmation from Wolfie. We've been talking to Coinbase, but they've not been replying. But now, because, Brian Armstrong came out and basically outed himself saying that we do stuff for free, just drop us a message, everyone said, you're lying, mate. You're completely lying. So either practice what you preach or change how you do it and fix up. So now this is, again, as the KI stated here, sort of an invitation, if you will, to reapply again to say, give us just acknowledgements, not even just like give us to find out what we can do to get listed. And the KI is now getting involved again, which didn't happen before. So that's also very, very big news. Markets hate the unknown. I don't think large investors care who wins. They want just one pie to have a solid win, that provides stability, allowing the market to start doing whatever the markets do. I completely agree with you, Mikey. 100% agree with you. One thing the markets hate the most is the unknown. Fear, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That is what, tanks a market. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD. FOMO, fear of missing out. That drives the market up. Right now, there's FOMO in the market because people are fear of missing out on these cheap prices of crypto with potential of Trump winning, so the price is going up. Once we have confirmation who wins, if it's Kamala Harris, people will start speculating it's going to go down. We'll probably see a correction of sorts, probably not too heavy. We have to wait and see, of course. But we'll probably end up seeing a correction of sorts following then, again, the market stabilise again because we know who's in power and it'll start going up again. But right now, because no one knows who's going to win because it's so neck and neck, it's FUD. So, of course, right now the market's rallying, again, FOMO driving the market because of people believing that once more Trump is clearly the winner. At least according to Polling Market. Again, this is a betting website. It's not actual polls. And until we see the news itself, we just don't know. But that's again, completely right, Mikey. Completely right. Investors want, they want certainty. They want to know what they're investing into. The longer everyone can't get it, the better. Okay, sorry, butchered that. The longer everyone can get it, in my opinion, the better. Yes. Equally, I would honestly, I pray to God that Kaspa goes to 5 cents. Because everyone's going to hate Kaspa then, and I'm like, cool, I'll buy some 5 cents Kaspa. Happily. That'd be amazing, knowing that Kaspa is going to go up higher. But I mean, the longer people can get it, the better. I mean, the longer, again, I know you'll talk about exchange lists, the longer that there are no exchange listings, tier ones, the better for us as well. We can scoop up more cheap Kaspa. Currently, KRC20 is making a real name for Kaspa, getting its adoption out there more and more. And, I think there's going to be some significant developments happening at that very, very soon. But the longer we can, accumulate cheap Kaspa, the better for all of us, sure. Definitely. Kaspa's up 5% because everything is up today, nothing to do with the Coinbase convo. Yeah, again, the Coinbase convo is speculative, right? The Coinbase convo potentially has an effect on Kaspa. But I agree for the most part, Kaspa and everything in crypto is pumping because of the election news and following Bitcoin's pumping price, because Bitcoin now surpassed 70k again, which is a crucial support level for Bitcoin. That's a good level Bitcoin. 70k, this zone here is a good level for Bitcoin. Do that completely wrong. This zone here is a good level for Bitcoin. So if it breaks above that, that's good. That's the main driver of the market. Yes, I agree, but I can speculate, and I think within reason of logic that this confirmation now of the KRI and everybody else now flooding Coinbase with listing requests could also mean that FOMO of Coinbase now finally going to look at Kaspa is imminent, and that's a good thing. It's a big deal. Why are we so bullish on Kaspa? Is it the future price? Why are we bullish on Kaspa? Is it the future price of Kaspa? I mean, long and short of it, yes. Long and short of it, yes. I mean, I'm bullish on Kaspa because I think Kaspa is going to be an integral part of the future monetary system. Thus, its price from where it's at right now at 11 cents is going to go up. Meaning that if Kaspa reaches the price of $100 in the future, which it should do, again, not anytime soon per se, but in the future, sure, at, 10, 11 cents, that's 1,000x from here? Quick maths, I think so. 10 cents times 10, $1, yeah, 1,000x from here if it reaches $100. That, again, for a long-term hold, that's fantastic. Now, again, for most part, I'm not bullish on Kaspa because we haven't got tier 1s, we haven't got smart contracts, we haven't got TBPS yet. I'm bullish on Kaspa because of what it's going to be in the energy sector with the KI and what they're building with Kaspa. And because of what they're building with Kaspa, I know therefore the price is going to have to rise as well. Good morning, good afternoon, and hello to you two Beaverman future crypto millionaires in the building. You think Kaspa can still hit $5.25? I think it's possible, yes. I still think it's possible, depending, again, because you've got to keep in mind, institutions are here, and Grayscale haven't considered Kaspa. That could be institutional investments into Kaspa that could send its price even higher. Kaspa had to complete Rusty upgrades 100% further before any major listings, in my opinion. To an extent, I agree, Steve. I do. That's also what I was saying. I said that we think we need to see the hard fork before we see any major listings, but I think Kraken may approach preemptively because they have announced it for a long time now. It's been 2 months. That, again, according to something I heard in one of the videos I watched regarding Kaspa, I'll see if I can find the source in it and showcase it at a later date. Wolfie apparently speculated and said that there's a chance we'll see the listing in December. Now, when we're going to actually see Kraken's listing, I don't know. For the most part, the likes of Binance and hopefully soon, therefore, Coinbase and everything else will likely happen after Q1 2025 when the 10 BPS happened, the Rust 4 migration. But I think Kraken may happen preemptively. But we'll have to wait and see, of course. If it doesn't happen, people are going to flood Kappa more so again. Be frustrating, but I'm still not. I'll be happy because I can buy cheap Kappa once more. Kappa is the fastest proof of work in the crypto world. 10 BPS will make Kappa the fastest network in both proof of work and proof of stake in the world. I completely agree. No doubt about it. Don't be a moon boy, lol. I mean, I don't think $5 is a moon boy number. Personally, Kimberly. Well, that's me personally. Again, I think $5 is still within reason. It might be on the higher end now, but again, as I've foretold time and time and again in the past, how quickly things in the market can change. Again, if you look at this period of time here, 5 to 15 cents, that's in the span of a month. Or to take a better example, or another example, should I say, Bitcoin here, from 51 to 63 cents here, that's the span of 3 days. Point being is the market can change very, very quickly. Should Kaspa get the adoption it needs, the tier 1 listings, the 10 block per second, the smart contract potentially as well, the DAG9 potentially as well, EVM rollups, and Grayscale ETF for Kaspa. Should it get those sort of developments, Kaspa can very quickly jump from its price of, at the time, let's just say $2, very quickly up to $3. It could jump very, very quickly. For me, anything surpassing 7 is moon boy. I say $7 might. For me, my bearish prediction is $2 to $3. My average is 4 to 5, and my bullish is 7. Anything above a 7 is unicorn, moon boy. 10, 11, 12, all those sort of numbers that people sometimes say. I think, while not impossible, they're unicorn. They're highly unlikely, and I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see a miracle. I'd love to see a unicorn. But for me, I think $5 is still a possibility. I think it's still a decent number to have. It's just we see no price action for the meantime. But again, things can change very quickly in this space, so I don't want to rule it out just yet. And if it doesn't happen, people might be upset by that, but I wouldn't mind. Again, I could buy cheaper capital for longer before it takes off. Large exchanges have always had their own agendas. For example, Binance has never listed tier 1 exchanges, crypto.com. I mean, yeah, again, ultimately these tier 1s, keep in mind, they're business, right? They all have to do what they think is best for them. So they'll do what is in their best interest. Now, we'd like to believe that Kaspa is the best interest for everyone, but whether we get the listing or not, we'll have to wait and see. Right now, Kaspa's doing insane right now, almost up 10% on the daily, which is fantastic to see. Hopefully it continues in this fashion. Bought Kaspa at 10.5 cents, but I saw that natural dip, so I had to ape in. I mean, yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea. You know, Nacho again is one that I think it should be the top tier meme token on Kaspa, the number one. So if Kaspa increases in price, then Nacho should follow in suit. Hence, probably why Nacho is the only one that really is pumping today, potentially. Kaspa is lucky to get 50 cents this bull run. I mean, if that's what you believe, Kimberly, that's fine. I like to believe once more that things can change very, very quickly. I think Kaspa will surpass 50. I mean, I understand the element of VCs helping massively the projects, like increasing in price, and you know, paying KOLs to promote the project, which Kaspa doesn't do any of those things. So I understand very much so that it's hard for Kaspa to get any significant price movements without the money and VC backing. But I still do see a possibility of Kaspa to gain quick price movement following developments they make, because again, for what Kaspa's building, it's been recognized from Marathon, from Grayscale, from tier ones. Maybe not Coinbase, but from tier ones. So in that regard, I do agree that without VC backings, it's harder for Kaspa to actually gain significant movements, but I think Kaspa should surpass 50 cents in this cycle comfortably because of what it's building and because of, again, institutional adoption into crypto. There's a lot of speculation from institutions and from big names in the space that the total crypto market cap could reach somewhere around 8 trillion, if not higher. Reached 8 trillion, the amount of money that's going to flow into Bitcoin and therefore trickle into altcoins will be significant enough to cause capital to still rise in price. And I'm just going through the question now, talking once more about the price action. I mean, yeah, I've covered that part. I'm just still going through the questions. Everyone's just talking about. Okay, so I'm going to try and see if I can find anything. If Trump wins, S&P 500 holds, and we will have liquidity infusion, then I think Q4, Q1, Q2 will be bullish, but not past there. You know what? It's not a bad shout. I think we may still see some potential bullish or maybe fading off from bullish momentum in Q3, potentially. But it depends, because obviously Bitcoin's last cycle, it peaked in November. But, you know, it in cycle before that, that Bitcoin reached, you know, a high level in April, came down, then came back up to a newer high in November. Previous cycles again, it reached it in December. So it still seems to be, for the most part, the latter half. So I still think we'll see some good movement in Q3. We'll have to wait and see. We might see it peak early and then come back down like it did last cycle and then go back up again. But again, with institutions being here, they might hold the price up higher for longer. Still, I see Kaspa as the smartphone, other crypto fit the phone, like Sony plays in versus Ethereum, option will come. I mean, yeah, option will come. Hello, DD, my man, welcome back to the stream. Kaspa's logo looks like a sushi roll dipped in wasabi, so I'm definitely eating it. Yeah, people are still just talking about, again, I'm trying to go through the talk in regards to, there's nothing wrong with you guys talking in the chat, I just don't want to, you know, impede on your conversation regarding the price of Kaspa. Again, price of Kaspa ultimately it's speculative and it's relative, right? Where Kaspa's going to go in the cycle, it will go in the cycle. We can speculate the price action, but focusing too much on price action is a bad thing for the project. Price action is, of course, important to know, so you want to understand where your investment's going to go or have an idea of where it might go. But Kaspa, I don't focus on Kaspa for the price action, like what it's going to do immediately. I focus on it for where it's going to hopefully go in the future, years to come. I hold it as a long-term investment. I'm stressed I have to sell all my Kaspa. Yes, sell everything you can so I can buy low, thank you. Yep, please do. Everyone sell their Kaspa right now so me and DD can get in really, really cheap. Yo, we're running out of reason to be bearish. Yeah, completely agree. We're running out of reason to be bearish right now. I mean, again, there could be a drastic cog in the works, but right now we are running out of reasons to be bearish, so hopefully we see tides turning. The good news I want to say here, though, is with Kaspa rallying so aggressively right now, let's say the worst happens, which technically speaking would be Kamala Harris winning the election. Kaspa correction may not be as severe as people may thought it was, because if Kaspa, you know, was still at its low here of 10 cents and then Kamala won, it'll probably come down further. But now being up here, the correction is it might not come down as significant as before. So that might be a little bit of a cushion that we need for Kaspa, which might be quite good. But yeah, yeah. Again, Mikey kind of summarizing what I've been looking through very briefly in the chat is, yes, you don't want to just purely focus on price action. Again, I think $5 is possible, but I speak about it as a possibility, but I reiterate time and time again that I don't hold Kaspa because I want to make profit in this cycle. Of course I do, but that's not my hold Kaspa as a long-term investment. Again, coming up by like 2035, 2050 sort of thing. I hold Kaspa as a very, very long-term investment. So the whole Hopium thing I'll talk about as my predictions, but for the most part, understand that what Kaspa does in this cycle, of course I want it to do very, very well, but what it does in this cycle doesn't bother me because I want Kaspa just to do, I want to hold Kaspa in the long term where I'm borderline guaranteed, again, not financial, but in my opinion, borderline guaranteed to make money for my investment. And speaking of which, Mikey, my man, once more, thank you very much, you legend, for the $20 Canadian super chat. You know what? I love it. Again, no one needs to donate to me, but it does really help out. Yeah, no one needs to donate to me, but I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, my man. You work hard today, Jay. Thanks. Again, thank you all for being here. It means a lot. And I've been doing this for almost 100 days, you know. That to me is nuts. It's been 97 days. It's going to be 100 days by, I think, Friday. That is huge, and I can't wait to reach that milestone with everyone here, hopefully. And hopefully we'll have some very bullish news for that day as well to cover, because that'll be the perfect, you know, tee up to 100 days in a row. Full disclosure, once more, I'm going to put it in my Discord server that I'm going to be doing tomorrow's stream extremely early. Tomorrow's stream is going to be starting in about 14 hours from now. So, you know, so some of you might be in 2 streams in one day, but it's going to be a different day for me. But yes, that's going to be tomorrow's stream. So make sure you tune in for that if you can. If not, you'll feel free to watch the replay back. But again, thank you very much, Mikey, for the $20 Canadian donation. You are a legend, my man. And I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all for being here. If you have conviction, DCA in, time in the market is far superior than trying to time the market. Bingo bango, his famous quote. I absolutely love that saying. And it's true. If you have conviction in a project, don't just wait for the lowest price. Get in, even if it's, you know, quite high price. Get in. Again, not financial, but I would say get in, and then just DCA into it. You're better off trying to spend time in the market than trying to time the bottom. That's gonna, again, people trying to time the bottom, they always lose. Time the bottom is impossible. People try to, TA can help judge where the bottom may be, but no one can officially properly always judge the bottom. You know, no one can say for sure that the bottom for Kaspa here was 10.1130 cents. No one can say that. Anyone that can's a robot, and I wouldn't believe them. Like, you can gauge a bottom. I told you all yesterday, that with Kaspa where it's at right now, again, it did to an extent slightly correct below it, but I said this is going to be a strong level of support for Kaspa, because that's where it did stop correct down to this time round. And I was correct. TA can help me make you somewhat accurate predictions, but I didn't think the Kaspa would correct much below it, and it did correct below it. Just a tiny bit, but it did correct below it. So again, you just got to be careful. And again, I'm not saying therefore if you didn't have Kaspa, you should, again, if you wanted to invest in Kaspa, I'm not saying you should have done, but you know, you shouldn't have waited to go down this far. You're much better off as a safer method to purely put money in. Not financial advice once more. Fully not financial advice, but that's what I've done. Even then, I bought Kaspa up here. I put a small amount in there, like $50, and then I've just been purely putting in a little bit at other regions here, instead of just putting my whole capital in at the top here, because I'd be down massively otherwise. I've done a little bit, and therefore now my actual price point of Kaspa, in the last 3 months at least, because of course I've been buying it since it was 5 cents back last year, but in the last 3 months at least, my average price point would probably be around like, I don't know, probably around like 13 cents. So I'm not actually, in the last few months, I'm not even doing that badly. Overall, of course, I'm up, which I'm happy about, but at the same time, I'm not going to take anything out. I'm going to keep DCAing into it and try and lower my actual overall cost, even more so than it already is. I do think Kaspa has to sweep the lows if large players are looking to get in the price, has to find an area where people are open to selling it. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see that in due time. I'm confident that much. I have missed a hell of a lot of questions, although I think a lot of it is just, again, talking about the price action of Kaspa. We know that Binance has a mining pool and it's on futures, so once it's on Binance Spot, I'm sure Coinbase doesn't want to miss out on the fees. Yeah, again, I think Binance might be the catalyst for Coinbase to actually pull their finger out. I think it's possible as well. But either way, Binance is king always. Coinbase is cool, but way left. Yeah, for me, for what I understand, Coinbase is the exchange for whales, and the big institutions, the big dollars. Because again, Coinbase is number 2 with such incredible trading volume, but only 34,000 weekly visits. One of the smallest there is on all exchanges, but it's just an exchange for whales. Binance is an exchange for, everyone, so to speak. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about Coinbase. They're notorious for listing projects in the height of the market, usually last to the party. Yeah, again, Coinbase normally the last ones to list a project. I know they listed the likes of, I think it was HBAR or some other project. They listed it, during the peak of the bull cycle, so they were late. I mean, they'll do what they do. It's their loss at the end of the day. Hopefully, this community of Kaspers and now the KRI approaching Coinbase and trying to seek out Brian Armstrong's response will be good to get Kaspa's name out there. Seemingly, we're still not seeing any reply from Brian Armstrong, which I'm not too surprised about. But if we do, be very, very bullish, of course, and hopefully we can see a Kaspa listing on Coinbase in due time. But if not, either way, I think Kraken is inevitable soon enough, hopefully. Binance equally is inevitable. All of them are inevitable, but when, it's tough to say. Coinbase, of course, is seemingly the one that's late to the party, as always. America have a habit of doing that, being late to the party. I don't understand that. But with that being said, that has now surpassed the hour mark. I apologize again for those who are in early doors who I was muted in my stream. But, sorry, I guess. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I won't have the same mistake. But either that way being said, thank you all once more for joining the stream. And if you enjoy the streams, again, leave a like, helps it more than you know. Share with your friends and subscribe for more. If you want to know about Kaspa, of course, Kaspa News, but other crypto and market sentiment and also real world developments, then check out my free Discord server. Link in the chat, link in the description, also on my YouTube homepage, which is right here. And I'll be back same time tomorrow. Well, no, I'll be back tomorrow, not same time, because I've got to go to a wedding later on. I'll be linking the times in my free Discord server. It's going to be 7 a.m. BST, British Standard Time. And I'll make some conversions in my Twitter and my Discord server so you can go see the times for yourself. And if you can tune in, then fantastic. If not, well, then feel free to watch the replay, and I'll catch you all most likely on the Thursday as well. But that being said, thank you all once more for joining, and I will see you all in due time very, very soon. What's the Coinbase Kaspa drama? You will feel free to rewatch the stream, my man, Banana Republic, but ultimately it's just Brian Armstrong just saying, Coinbase listens are free, and people just basically out him saying you're completely lying, it's not free at all. And Kaspa's filed multiple reviews or multiple reports saying, can you list our project? And they've ignored them every time. And the KI's got involved saying, yeah, multiple occasions they've ignored us. So now we're telling you, look at Kaspa now. And of course, KI's a big institution. They've got a lot of big partnerships. So it's good to see. But anyways, that is going to be it for the stream. Catch it all tomorrow, hopefully. And if not, then I'll see you all Thursday, which is also going to be the date of the FOMC meeting. So hopefully this is some very, very big announcement then. Maybe some more rate cuts.